Hello and welcome to Top of the World. If it's your first time, I'm Simon. Today is Monday the 10th of March. What's unusual about that, Simon? It's 10th of March. For as long as I've been here, on the 10th of March, temperatures are somewhere between -15 and -25. Right, ideal working temperature for me is -12 to -18. Anything past -18, I'm debating whether to go out or not. For the last 2 weeks, we've had daytime temperatures of +2, +3. Nighttime temperatures always gone back down below freezing. So let's say we're 20 degrees out of whack. But for the next 4 days, temperatures are supposed to be in the minus figures during the day, which would be normal, just nowhere near as cold as normal. Our snowpack has virtually disappeared. We should have 5, 6 feet, 1.5, 2 metres, and we don't. Right, so I've been out to where I've started to, or where I've surveyed where I was going to cut today, and I'm pretty sure the ground is able to support the snowmobile. Should I have got the trailer and the snowmobile ready yesterday? Yes, but I had to do something else yesterday, so today is the day. So I've come back, because it's cold, because of the weather we've had, I can't get the trailer out. I have to dig it out with the tractor. I can't just take a shovel there because it should just be light snow, fluffy stuff. We just dig it out of the way, pull the trailer out. No. So the order of things is get the trailer on the back of the van, start the snowmobile, get the snowmobile on the trailer, get all of us down the site. Can't do none of that without the backloader, without the tractor. Will the tractor start? No, it won't start. And it won't start because I haven't had it plugged in, because the electric is too expensive to keep it plugged in, so I only plug it in when I need it, and I thought it might just start. It won't start. So there is Casper having had his coat sheared off because he's getting too hot, and there's a tractor which is now plugged in. The trailer is over there behind that snow ridge, which I can't get out. I also have all these implements in the way. In addition to that, I have put wood stillages out this morning to go back to the woodshed for refilling, which are also now in my way. None of this stuff can happen without the tractor, which won't start until it's got some heat in it. There is the front of my log sled, which is frozen into the ground. I'm going to have to break it out of the ice without damaging it. Where's the other half, Simon? Well, it's gone. Stupidly, the other half was just up there on that roof, and it's not there anymore. It's completely gone. Has it slid with the snow all the way down the roof and is now lying behind there in a crumpled mess? Possibly. Is it slid so far down the roof I can no longer see it? That's also possible. Do you know, I can see something on the ground over there. We had a horrendous storm, windstorm. What? Oh no. Okay, well, that's answered my question. There it is. Right, on the back side of the shed, that is my other half of my log sled. Now, how on earth am I going to get that out of there? Oh, Christ. There you go. There it is. Right, well, that's... I don't really have too many words for that. Stupid, irresponsible, piss poor planning, and bad. Anyway, so I have no idea how I'm going to get that out of there. It's on the wrong side of the building, and there's no way behind the building. Right. Okay, so we're going to divert, and we're going to get the snowmobile out, because while we're waiting for all this stuff to go on, there is other trees I have to go and fell quite nearby. So we could do that on the basis that the tractor won't start. Is the snowmobile going to start? It should. I'm not a particularly good angle with the sun, to be honest. see. Can you see? I don't think you can see. There's not really any good angle with the sun. Oh, I was also missing a waterproof case from a GoPro. One of them. It's bolted to the front of the... I should have known that, shouldn't I? Well, I've got to tell you, that's the smoothest anything's gone today. And she is a bastard to start. Anyway, that's not the first start of the winter, so... Right, so let's go back and try the tractor again. And she's not been plugged in for very long, so I'm not expecting miracles. Just needed a little bit of heat. There I am whinging and whining about nothing working. I'll switch the camera on, everything works. Right, except Casper's brain. Right, we can get the tractor out and the snowmobile out, we dig the trailer out. Maybe we'll have some success. So you see all that ice there? That ice is 6 to 8 inches thick and it's like that all over the roads. Yeah, this ice here is thicker. Well, I had some success and I've loaded up and I've come here. It's about lunchtime, so I've already lost the morning. And I've worked this property, it's my friend's property. I've worked this property with him for the last, I don't know, 9 years. And then last year, of course, well, I say of course, anyway, I lost him. So we've extensively worked this property to get it where it is, and then last year I did the last of the trimming and I started to open up what was an old field over there. So because it's been opened up, we can now see, and now it's a case of you just need to take out what you want to take out because you can see anything else. And an issue for me and his wife, the now owner of this property, has always been these huge spruce trees right in this line here. Now on both sides of the creek, so I want to clean up the creek because it's particularly nice through here. So after some deliberation, it's decided that we're going to take all the trees out on this side. There's 4 of them like this. They're not doing the creek there any good, and I think I can take them out and improve what we've been doing here, because now you couldn't, even 5 years ago, you couldn't see through here. I'll turn you around, you can see what I've been doing. It's just beautiful now. So there's so many videos on this property. It extends up the hill there and quite a way, and you can see all the way through it now. I'm particularly pleased with this area over here. Particularly pleased. You couldn't even walk through that when I come here. We couldn't walk through any of this. Anyway, so we're getting there. And over there was where we've opened up the ground. So we've got some more work to do over there. I deliberated on these trees here because I couldn't make up my mind, but I've made up my mind what's coming out there. And we're putting the new bridge across the creek right there. So at the moment, due to some bad ideas, we can't get any heavy machinery, any tractors at all, over to this side of the creek whatsoever. So there's a new bridge got to go in there. So we're going to take a couple of these out. And these, what we're going to take down, are going to make that bridge. There's 4 of them, I think. So that's the creek, which don't look much like a creek because it's frozen up full of snow. There is, there's 4 of them. That one. That one. And then those 2. And this will completely transform this area. And that's what we're going to take out. I haven't quite made up my mind on this one, really. I think I'm going to. So this area, all the way up through there, there's videos on all of this. It's just beautiful now. Stunning. And you couldn't even walk through this before. So it's really nice. And then the other thing that I've been asked to look at is these down here. So there's more big spruce. So the creek is, there's that funny little one. I don't know what to do about that one. That one there, it's not really much of anything. It's just, and that's in the creek bed, which it shouldn't be, because one of these days I'm going to clean all this out. That's in the creek bed, that one there. And then she was talking to me about these. The wind, we had a big windstorm the other day. I can see one's come down. She says there's too many right here. This was really difficult to clean out. I've cleaned out all through here now. There's a video on that. It was really difficult to do because it was so full. Yeah, that tree come down in that storm the other day. Okay. Yeah, she's right. And there's a really, I don't know. The thing is, when you take out a tree like this one, see where it's split up there? It goes, actually it's got 3 tops to it. You can't use it for anything. You can't put it on the sawmill because there's no decent wood in there. So it's almost like wasting the tree, and you don't want to put that up your chimney. So if anything, I'd be tempted to leave that one, the middle one, which is the bad one, and take the 2 either side, because at least then we can use the timber, but they're actually in the creek bed themselves in the bottom. And it gets all chucked up through here. I know it doesn't look like a creek at the minute, but it is. Yeah, I can almost see from one end of the property all the way to the other end. Not quite, but I can almost see. And you can walk down there. So, and this is the boundary where the snow. This is a reasonably well managed, and this is an excellent managed. Once the trees grow up a little bit. Anyway, so this creek here. So we've got this gnarly thing to take out here. I don't know how many of these to take out. She didn't give me a clear instruction other than there was too many. So I think what we could do, because we can get timber out of this one and this one, is we should drop that one and leave that one and see. The only thing that worries me about then leaving this one, because you've taken out two either side, is the wind going to destroy that? So I don't know. And this area, you couldn't put a mower through this area because of the trees. You couldn't do anything with this. So I've got some stumps to remove this year, but I can't. I can take the snowmobile over this bridge here, and I can take the lawnmower over this bridge here. It's hard to tell with the ice and the snow the depths of everything. But you can't take nothing big across here, it will just collapse because it's... Anyway, it used to have those concrete rings in there, and they were removed, and a metal culvert was put in there, and then it was just soil and branches put on top. Terrible job, really. Anyway, I've got to ask myself, do I just take all four straight down, or do I take two down and step back? Which is, for all of those that have been with me for a while, years, you know that's how I like to work. I like to take something down and then have a cup of coffee on it. So if we step back here, I'm pretty sure all four have got to come down, otherwise it will... Yeah, I'm quite sure. Right, well, I don't normally get we don't have a lot of calls for the MS 462 still, but we got her out and running now, so let's see how we get on with the first one, which is the biggest one. It's a really good reason to keep that still under wraps, because that's how quickly an awful lot of timber lays down and how easily. Anyway, let's go and have a look, see what damage we've done. Right, I made a decision on taking that one down. That's my decision, that is. Did we discuss taking that one down? No, we didn't. Alright, we did discuss these though, and I said how nice and beautiful that would make this. Oh yeah, this has been a dark mosquito heaven for such a long time. And it's going to transform this, and again you can't appreciate the flow of this creek because of the snow and the ice, but I can assure you if I'm stood here I'm on top of 1.5 meters of water. So what's 1.5 meters? 5 feet. It's probably about 4 feet below where I am now. You can hear it creaking even. I don't know what that means, but we probably don't want to bounce on it too much. Okay, look at my lovely cats. Perfect. Everyone's a winner. Now that wedge shattered. Right, just shattered. Oregon, what are you doing? Right, it's a badged wedge and it just shattered. Okay. Right, not impressed, Oregon, and I'm impressed with most of your stuff. Yeah, another perfect cut and another perfect step cut. And there we go, lay down. And that's going to transform this. Completely going to transform this. So we're going to get a machine at some point one of these years and tidy all these banks and everything up all the way up through there. We're going to take a few down from here now. Not touching that, I'm not touching any of those. I want to take at least 2 down from this little gaggle here, but that is going to make such a big difference. You can see the bank, so the bank of this goes from here to there or to there. You can see how wide we are here. It's going to make a huge difference, huge difference. And I think both of those are more than strong enough to be able to sit there by themselves. This was by far the biggest. Yeah, that's really going to make a huge difference. So last summer, sun came all the way through here and cleared all this. This has always been overgrown. So we're going to open this right up, have this bridge here, and it's just going to extend this way. You know, the forest was encroaching on the home, and we've lost the sun behind the mountain, which means the temperatures are going to drop real fast now, as will the light. So I knocked down those few over there that I wanted down, they're down, and then they're all down and stripped, and I'm so pleased that's what I decided to do. So much better. Right, that is us for today. And we won't be back here for a number of days because we've now got to load up the snowmobile ready for tomorrow, take it to another village where that's where we've been this morning. So anyway, that's what we've got to do. Cut there. It's more challenging. Anyway, it's going to be a challenge. We've got to get the snowmobile loaded up. I've never put it on a trailer before. I bought this, put it in the back of my Mercedes Sprinter, drove it here, and it's never been off the property, so we'll see. Right, good job. Have I got enough timber there for the bridge? No, I don't think so. No, close. It's definitely, I've got enough for the structure. I've definitely got enough for the structure. I might have enough, yeah, I don't know. We got to make a proper bridge because combined weight, it's got to be able to carry 15 tonnes. It's got to be able to carry 15 tonnes. Yeah. Here I am in the thick of it. Oh, it's approaching lunchtime. The temperature this morning when I started was minus 16 Celsius. And I think it's risen to about -3. How's it going? Ah, well, the first couple of runs through the forest were back-to-back recoveries. Honestly, anyway, so I've got a trail down now to go back in and out where I'm actually cutting from at the moment. When I move, which I've got another couple of trees to take out of this row, and then I'm moving over there. So as you can see, it's a really beautiful forest. And there's 4 species of trees in here. 5 species of trees. So there's grun and tull, which is spruce and pine. Then there's birch, bjork, and then there's aspen, and then there's salu, willow. So you've got basically spruce, pine, willow, birch, and aspen, all in the same forest. Now that's a saving grace here, right? Because there's nothing to stop the moose from grazing or the reindeer. Willow grows like a weed. It's a terrible thing. However, the reindeer and the moose prefer the top of the willow to the spruce. So I'll show you what I mean. So there's a lot of spruce young ones. Right, all of them have got their tops intact. Look what they're doing to the willow. The young willow is just decimated. See that? Everywhere where willow's trying to grow, right, they take out the tops and they're leaving the succulent tops in the spruce, which is what you want. You don't want them to take the top out of that because it splits, it stumps its growth and it don't grow properly. What you want them to do is you want them to attack the willow, to keep the willow down. So there's a salu, a willow. Right, round the bottom of it, it drops a lot of seeds and a lot of stuff starts to grow, where you can see that whilst there's sticky things sticking up, each one of those is a new willow. Well, the moose come along and they eat all of those and they leave the young spruce. I haven't seen one spruce with the top taken out of it. Not one. But the willow is decimated. That's a really good reason to have the odd willow in a mixed forest like this, because it saves the young spruce when they're coming up. So, and there's a big patch right in front of me here. Right, that's got no valuable wood in it, none. Right, it's got birch and it's got salu. There's nothing valuable in there. But coming up, right, it's spruce. So anybody that's really good at forestry work can take out the older ones when they get out of older ones, drop it down all into amongst the younger ones, which will be much bigger than this. They'll be this size, and you've got a forest that will forever turn over. But you don't want to. You want to keep the willow, the salu, in check, because it can get out of hand. But it's not getting out of hand. I've got to tell you, the animals are keeping it all very much in check. Now I know we can only see the tops because we're still 3 or 4 feet of snow in here, so I know we can only see the tops, and it'd be interesting for me to walk through here in the summer just to see how bad it is. But I can tell you that nearly every top of every young salu is gone, and yet the spruce, what a prime example of a tree right there, still got its top intact. They've walked all around it, not touched it. So that's a really good argument for having salu when you're trying to grow spruce. So I haven't filmed what I've been doing because there is a crust on top of this, and once you break through the crust you're into soft stuff, and I'm dragging, which means once I've got one tree, I'm having to do one tree at a time. Once I've got a tree on, I have to go straight out and up and over the bank and onto the road. Can't stop. So I can't set the camera up and then come back for it because I'm already too far down. So that's why I've not filmed. I don't even have a tripod with me. I just literally have this in my pocket, and I'm sitting there and I thought, interesting observation that. Right, how's the day been hard? Oh yeah, my back and my shoulders, my upper back, not my lower back, my upper back and my shoulders and my arms are killing me because this is the second day that I've been constantly on the chainsaw this year. So it gets better, but they're just murder at the moment. So I'm going to do one more run out, right, and then that's my day done because the sun's up and this is going to get more fragile. I know it's -3, but it's getting more and more fragile. Do I want to leave this here? No, but I think it's going to be okay. I have to believe it's going to be okay. Because firstly, there should be nobody here. We're a long way from anywhere, and you're not going to be able to start that unless you've got the part or know where the part is. And is anybody likely to find that, get the part and ride that out of here overnight? No. Have I got it on my main track? No. You can see how slushy it's now getting. Well, not slushy, but it's loose. It's soft. So I have to cool it there before I have to dig it out yet again. Right. Wow. Can you spot it? It's quite well camouflaged in there. Right. Let's see if we can walk out of here. Did I put my snowshoes in the back when I offloaded the chainsaws? No, I didn't. Okay, so this has been my main run in and out. You have to come in the forest way on the other side of the property. Go all the way down to the power lines and then come back up. Can you spot the snowmobile? Not really. Right. Okay. So I'm very, as I always am, disappointed with myself of how much I've got cut and dragged today. Can I do this any other way? No. Am I panting? Yeah. I'm getting older. It's not so easy. But it is a beautiful day, and it was cold this morning. So you can see where I've been continuously running up here, and when we get up there, get out of it. When we get up there, you'll see my total achievement for the day, which is pitiful. It's a terrible waste when I'm this far and it's this difficult because it takes so long to gather such a small amount of wood. Now, is there 2 cube there? I doubt it. I doubt there's even 2 cube. There might be. I have to measure it and find out, but I doubt it. Doesn't look like there is. So, you know, based on that on day one, we could be here. Wow. We need to get 8. I need to look at my paperwork. Anyway, that's terrible for the first day. No, I did have to run the trails this morning, and as you can see, it's not like it's densely populated. You really have to find where it's suitable for thinning. You can't just, you know, chuck them all down in a row and go and pick them up. You've got to thin, otherwise you're just destroying what's taken years to grow. And you see why there's certain sections where I didn't pile up the snow on this side, because you can see where I was going to charge out of there. There, really poor, really poor. Oh well, we'll get an earlier start in the morning because the snowmobile's already in there, so we should be able to walk in with snowshoes and the chainsaw and just start from where we are. Given the temperatures today, did I bring Casper? Yep. I told him he was going to be in the van and it was going to be freezing. He don't care about that. Have I taken his coat off? Yes. Is he in there on a blanket under a fleece? Yes. Is he shivering? I'm sure he is, but he can hear me approaching the van and talking. It will depend on how cold he is to whether he's moved from where I've left him. And I doubt very much he has. Anyway. There we go. No, he ain't moved. Hello, B. How you doing? You shivering? I told you it was cold today, didn't I? Yeah. Has his water frozen? No. Okay, well, it's above freezing in there then. You cold, didn't you? We get some heat on now. Right. That is it for today. How did I get the snowmobile off? Well, I rode it off. I backed into that side. How am I going to get it on? Well, not today because I'm taking this. But you just back it up to the bank and just ride it on. That's how I got it off over there, that big hole. Not successful, so I would have thought the upside of it all. And this is, I just thought I'd show you this. Look where I go to work every day. What is that over there? You know, when I was in the forest down there, this really bad smell came over me. I know that smell. I'm positive. It's way too early for any bear to be awake. Way too early for any bear to be awake. But that's just what it smelt like. I think that's woodpeckers and stuff up there. What a beautiful day. What a stunning day. Look at that. Anyway, it's 1400. The sun is just going to go zonk straight behind there and then we'll be in a world of trouble. Yeah, it's all right now, look. You all right now, B? Yeah, now you got out? Come on then, let's go home. Right, now we're going. All right, well, I managed to walk in and get the snowmobile without snowshoes because it's been so cold overnight. It was minus 18 Celsius when I come out this morning. It's currently minus 16 Celsius and I am struggling. I am really struggling. So I've got the chainsaw and everything ready and I'm just going to leave her just warming up a bit. But I don't know why I'm struggling this morning. I'm just struggling with the cold. We're just going to have to sit back in the cab for a minute down there. Oh. Just so badly struggling with the cold this morning. I'm on about the passenger door being open. Minus 16.7 degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I have to have several goes when it's this cold at getting all the arteries open. But I got me toe warmers on top of my socks in my boots, so that's my feet taken care of. But I got my big suit. I might have to put that on because the cold has gone straight through my 3 layers on my legs, straight through. So yeah, it's strange how sometimes I have to go out and come back in and warm up and go out and come back in and warm up, and then once the arteries get open properly I don't have any problems. I can go all day then. But kicking it off first thing in the morning, did the snowmobile start? Funny, it did start almost straight away, but it started without any electrics, as in the dashboard and the lights were off, which is very strange. Anyway, obviously it coughed and spluttered and stalled, and then the second time I started, the electrics fired into action. So I'll let her just sit there and warm up for a minute while I warm up. Can we not? That noise, stop rattling. There's something on the back side of the bulkhead. Anyway, yeah, so we'll get going. Just in a minute. So why not take the petrol and the oil with you, Simon? If I do that, I've got no excuse to come back to the van after 2 hours for a cup of coffee, have I? And I sit down. So it's 2 hours later, warm all the way through except the exposed bits of skin, which there's not many. Everything's going smooth so far. What can I say to that? Which is just as well, because obviously there's no point in starting the engine to get warm, because the engine's now cold. 1500 hours. It has got a little soft because I've just had to dig myself out again. And that consumes an awful lot of time and energy. And you only ever get it stuck when it's got logs on the back, and you have to disconnect the log sled, pull forwards, or dig it out, pull forwards, connect the log sled to the back of the snowmobile with a strap, pull it until you get on firm ground, remove the strap, reverse back on, you know, and all of this. And there's no point, and I'm about done. So we've found a new position to park the snowmobile right today, and then I'm still not on snowshoes, but it's very soft. And then we'll go out of here and I'll show you what I've managed to achieve today. Still hard to see where you can't see where I've been. You can see down there because I've got some tops I've still got to pull out. And you've got that lot up there on the bank. This is my second run out, but I've missed a couple. I've got another run out there that I could do. In fact, we could walk out that way because it's easier to walk on the road. Yeah, we're quite nicely spaced. There's a few here and there. There's a lot up here. I'd like to take every other one out, but so this is a clear run out. I've done no layout of any wood here yet, but I want to go through there. There's a leaning one there. There's a bunch of 5 or 6 in here, and there's 1 or 2 through here. But I can come this way. I don't need to touch any of that. We've got this one here, which is a split one right by the road, but I don't need to fell that yet. I can fell that straight onto the log trailer and just pick it up with a crane. So I don't have many days left of this forecast cold weather, and it's been much colder than today. Did I bring Casper? Nope. His key indicator for an adventure in the mornings is the flask. If Dad's loading the flask, we're off on an adventure, which is what happened yesterday morning. However, all day he was cold, shivering in the van. This morning when I picked up the flask, he didn't move. Didn't move from his chair at all. He's just, and I'm like, right, he doesn't want to do that again. And I didn't want to bring him anyway, because today's much colder than yesterday. Right, so this is my first layout. This is what I was working on yesterday and this morning. I've got potentially another run out here. And you can see there's only 1 or 2 that need to come out. So if I don't get to that, I'm not too bothered. So this is all of yesterday's and 2 runs this morning. I can only bring 1 tree at a time. So that's all ready for me to, you know, it's even painful for me to hold the bleeding camera. Right, so it looks like a lot, but of course there's 3 or 4 sections to a tree. So I think there's only 5 trees there. And then you're going to say, well, how many cubic meters to a tree? Depends on the girth. Right, an average tree's only got 0.4 of a cube in it. So that's 2 trees, 2 good sized trees, depending on how they are at the top. Or 2.5 trees, 2 a cubic metre, depending on their size. But obviously these are quite small. So I have to be thoughtful about what's good and what isn't. There's a couple here where there's too many, interfering with those, but we can drop these straight this way when we've got the crane here. There's a row in there. Oh yeah, I could come out here. I can see touching through there. And then this is from about 0900 hours this morning to now. Again, don't look very good. There's only 3. There's 3 or 4 trees there. So it will only drag out without digging itself a big hole, 1 tree at a time. So it's a slow process, but we're getting there. Right, we just got to keep knocking it out. And I have to go down now, back home, and light the furnace, unless my Sarah's already lit it, and then just sit, and he'll let my shoulders. They're not too bad today. Each day, you know, yesterday felt like I'd done a straight 4 hours in the gym, having not been in the gym for years. Well, I haven't, because I don't do gym. What do I need a gym for? You know, fat people that sit behind desks, they need gyms. I don't. Or you just stay fat. That's where I am with that. And I do all this and I'm still fat, so what difference does that make? Anyway, do you want to be fat when you're out searching for the opposite sex? No, you don't. Does it all go to shit once you get in your, well, you could say 60s, but anyway, late 50s? Oh yeah, it just all goes to shit. Right, so this is my constant way in, and then I run down there to the power lines, and then I run down depending where I am, and then back out, and that's what I've been doing, working my way down. I did miss a run out, but there was only a few trees there, and I'm conscious of how much time I got, so I'd much rather find a place where there's 2 or 3 trees where I can cut them all down and just circle in and out. But anyway, it's about 1400 hours, that's me done. We'll be back in the morning. Thought I would, but I can't. Right. Oh, there we go. I could talk to you with just my eyes shut, but I look rough enough without doing that. Ah, lunchtime, -9. Just superb. Nothing's getting soft underfoot. Nothing's getting stuck. Just, what a beautiful day. Just what a beautiful day. It's just beautiful. So I got company in there by way of a 4-legged friend with big ears. I'm pretty sure it's a female. And she was blindly walking up the road, and I was finishing coffee break and opened the door and looked up, and she must have heard it, and she's been in here crackling about. That's how I know it's a moose. It's the noise she's making. I'm assuming it's a female. I'm hoping it's a female. Females are dangerous when they've got their young with them. Well, they are if you go near the young. A female is more likely to come into the village with her young than a solo female. Anyway, graze on the early grass. We're a long way from grass. But I'm on my second pile up. We'll just take a little walk up here. How are you feeling today, Simon? Better. Each day gets a little easier, providing you get enough rest. Right, just enough time to rest the muscles, and then everything gets easier. Will I be starting to limp by the weekend? Yeah, probably. The compression on the spine will no doubt give me a twinge and a little limp. It would be normal. Normally by the time early April comes, I'm doubled over and limping on both legs. Anyway, so we've got a pile right up the end there, and now we've got we were here yesterday, and we've added a bit to that, where we're running from out of there, and then we're also running out of here. So this is just thinnings, where there's 2 next to each other. So you're not getting much volume out of that, and that comes from way back in there. So I haven't touched anything at the front here yet. I'm working on distance because I know I'm going to lose the snowpack. I know that. So, and then obviously the tops are coming out as well. We use the tops. That is the end of another day. And I'll just park this up, so we'll be departing in just a moment. Are they days? No, they're not days. They're kind of half days. I haven't been able to work days in a few years now. And when I say days, it's not days like most people. Right? My days consist of somewhere between 12 and 18 hours. Could I work 16 hours a day, relentlessly, 7 days a week for years on end? Yeah, I can, and I did. I wonder why you're broken, Simon. Oh, just coincidence. But for the last few years, 8 hours, then I'm done. Sometimes 6 hours is enough. Have I just worked an 8-hour day in sub-zero temperatures? Have I got a coat on? No, I haven't got a coat on, Mum. But I have just worked 8 hours out here doing this. Would have liked to have done another 5 hours, really, because things go a bit... Are you going to come and say hello then, or what? Oh, no. Anyway, the temperature hasn't risen a lot, but it has risen to about -4, which is enough to make the top of the pack just go a bit soft, and we are done here. I do feel better than I felt for the previous 2 days. This is day... Is this day 1, day 2? Is this day 3 in here? Actually, it might be day 3. If it's day 3, here it is. Is it day 3? If it's day 3, then I've been 4 days on the chainsaw, and it's getting easier. It's getting easier for me. I don't even know where my last run out was. How I get out of here, if I'm honest. Oh, okay, we can go up there. All right. So I'll just show you where I've been, what I've been doing. There are all Mrs. Moose's through here somewhere. I can hear her in. Right. Bad impression probably. Anyway, she's through there somewhere. She'll be coming straight. Easy, easy, easy. Don't start all that because I've started moving. Anyway, he, she, it, they, them might will be in here for the tops. See, I've bundled them all up ready for collecting. Anyway, and there's another bundle down there. So it's very difficult to, well, you can't see where I've been. You know, if there weren't stumps and tops, you wouldn't even know I've been in here, which is how it should be. We are getting a reasonable volume now. I've got to bring my chart tomorrow so that I can cube up what I've already banked. Because we're not there, but we are a lot further on than we were. So, with them all on the bank like this, it's really easy for me to cube everything up and know what I'm doing. See, we're quite a way down now. This is part of yesterday and today, so you can see how easy it is for me to measure what I've got. There is another pile up there, but I went further down and got some bigger ones which are going to help the cause. If I can find some bigger ones like this, and they're not big really, don't laugh at me, right? I know they're sticks, but for here they're quite big. So, you know, we know about the oak and the maple, and anyway, they're not big enough to need a wedge, that's for sure. So yeah, tomorrow morning, then I can cube up everything I've cut, and then I'll know where I am, and that'll give me a strategic path in there to what I'm doing and where I need to go. That is another day done. We'll be back here in the morning. Just in case there's any misunderstanding of what I mean about ice. Not black ice, not fake ice, solid ice, inches thick. Yeah. So even with studded tyres, are my studded tyres on the Transit at end of life? Oh yeah. Yep, and I knew that. I just needed to get one more season out of them, because I bought some brand new ones for the Volkswagen. Of course, the Volkswagen's kaput, so the tyres are the same, they've just got to be swapped on different wheels. And these ones came with this van, and the studs are in there, right, but they're really badly worn. They still work, but they are really badly worn. Right, sun's come out again now, so it is nice. So it's not too bad along here, along the flat. There's plenty of grip, but you know where we turn the corner and go up the hill, There's definitely not. And then you get onto this. On hard old tyres with who knows how many tons on the trailer. Yeah, unbraked. So we have got to do something with the tractor tyres. Right, now I am going home. I said I was going home. Have I just tried to stop, right, and skidded into the ditch? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not in there. No. Okay. Okay, we're good. Thought you might want to. Yup. Ice. It's funny how the road there is. The bridge bits there is clear. Thought I'd just. Well, you can't even walk on this stuff. I'm not about drive on it. Thought I'd just show you the river. There. Completely frozen. Still. Let's not break our necks on the way back to the van, and let's not slide in that ditch. Right. Now I am going home. It's early, first thing, day 4. Now I brought the trailer with me this morning because I've got to clear out today because tomorrow's forecast storm winds and snow. So, and then after that we're into stupid warm temperatures again. So I'm done down in the bottom. So it's my first run in, first run out. I've got this whole series of trees I can cut almost in a straight line. Easiest cut of the last 4 days. Dropped 2 of them, went to clean them up, bent down with a chainsaw to do that. Pop goes the back. Right, so you've heard me going about my back and how crippling it is. Well, this is the first time I've had a camera near me when it's gone. Am I stuck? That's all I got on the trailer. Right, against my better judgment, I put it on there. And the reason I put it on there is because I know I can't get back in there. Right, the reason that I've had such a severe back surgery, which I promptly messed up by going back into the forest 2 weeks after I'd had it done. Right, I know when it goes, you stop, right? Because I'm a man that can push through the pain and carry on. No, that just makes it worse. So I am done. So all I've got to do is get those sticks off the back here, ride this up there. I don't know what I'm going to do about the log sled because I need to lift that in the back of the van and I can't lift. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. I cannot go back down in there. I have to go back and lie down now, and it will be 48 hours, 2 days, 3 days, whatever it takes before there is no pain, and then I can ease back into it. But that wasn't a lifting thing. That's 5 days of well, yeah, okay. That was just leaning down with it, and of course it's the leaning down that rolls the disc. So I've rolled a disc. I'm in trouble now. That's my day done. So I don't think I've ever showed how debilitating this is on camera. This is collecting the firewood's vital. Been here before. Anyway, give it a weekend and we'll see how we are. It just needs rest now, that's all it needs, and it'll get better. Right, that's the end of this. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.